feeling negative with respect to dollars or cancer? Abraham, what's the difference between having a negative feeling about money, and therefore you don't get the money, and saying, I don't want cancer, but you do get cancer?
Here's the way it works. You get the essence of what you think about. And so as you're thinking about the lack of health, you're getting the lack of health. As you're thinking about the lack of money, you're getting the lack of money. You can tell by the way you feel as you're offering your thought whether you're attracting the positive or the negative aspects of the subject. The universe does not hear no. When you're saying, no, I do not want illness, your attention to the subject of illness is saying, yes, come to me, this thing I do not want. Anything you're giving your attention to is an invitation to the essence of it. When you're saying, I want money, but it will not come, your attention to its absence is the same thing as saying, come to me, absence of money, which I do not want. When you're thinking of money in the way that will make it come to you, you always feel good. When you're thinking of money in the way that keeps it from coming to you, you always feel bad. That's how you know the difference. So you're asking, if I can get cancer by focusing upon the lack of health, then why couldn't I get money by focusing upon the lack of it? The receiving of money, which you do want, is the same as the receiving of health, which you do want. The receiving of cancer, which you do not want, is the same as the receiving of no money, which you do not want. Just make sure that whatever thoughts you're thinking or whatever words you're speaking evoke from you positive emotion, and then you'll be in the mode of attracting what you do want. When negative emotion is present, you are always in the mode of attracting something you do not want.
He didn't struggle for money.
Not long ago, someone at a gathering was challenging law of attraction in a similar way as she told the story about her friend who had supported her former husband for many years. She explained how her friend had worked hard and taken care of him for all of that time and was often struggling to earn enough money to support them. Eventually, she grew tired of his unwillingness to contribute financially, and they separated. Her husband never showed any evidence that money was important to him, but now, she tells us, he has just inherited over $1 million, and now he won't share his money with his ex-wife. It doesn't seem fair, this woman said to us, that his wife cared about money and worked hard for it and received so little, while he barely worked and didn't seem to care about money at all, and now he's inherited over $1 million. How can that be, she wanted to know. We explained to her that, understanding the law of attraction as we do, this story makes perfect sense. This woman worked hard and felt resentment and was focused upon lack, and the universe matched those feelings precisely. Her husband felt ease, refused to feel guilty, expected things to come to him easily, and the universe matched those feelings precisely. Many believe that they must work hard and struggle and pay a price and feel pain, and that they will then be rewarded for their struggle. But that is not consistent with the laws of the universe. You cannot find a happy ending to an unhappy journey. That defies law. We told our friend, there's not a shred of evidence to the contrary of the law of attraction, and you had the benefit of knowing these two people, of seeing their attitudes and watching their results, one struggling, working hard, doing what society taught her to do, and not getting what she wants, while the other refused to struggle, insisted on a feeling of ease, and is the recipient of the resources that support more ease. Many would say, well, it might be consistent with the laws of the universe, but it's still not right. But we want you to know that when you get in sync with this powerful law, you will then understand the absolute justice of it. Since you have control over what you offer, what could be more just than the universe giving you exactly what you offer vibrationally? What could be more just than the powerful law of attraction responding equally to everyone who offers a vibration? Once you gain control over the thoughts you think, your sense of injustice will subside and will be replaced with the exuberance for life and the zest to create that you were born with. Let everything in the universe be an example to you of the way the laws of the universe work. If you believe that you must work hard in order to deserve the money that comes to you, then money cannot come to you unless you do work hard. But the money that comes in response to physical action is very small in comparison with what comes through alignment of thought. Surely you have noticed the enormous disparity between some people who apply tremendous action for little return, while you see others seemingly offering very little action for an enormous return. We want you to understand that the disparity exists only in the comparison of the action they're offering, but there is no disparity or injustice relative to the alignment of energies within them. Financial success, or any other kind of success, does not require hard work or action, but it does require alignment of thought. You simply cannot offer negative thought about things that you desire and then make up for it with action or hard work. When you learn to direct your own thoughts, you will discover the true leverage of energy alignment. Most of you are much closer to a financial fortune than you are even allowing yourself to purely desire. Because in the thought that it might come, you right away begin thinking of how disappointed you will be if it does not come. And so in your lackful thought, you do not allow yourself to desire or to expect anything magnificent in terms of money. And that's the reason why, for the most part, you are living rather mediocre financial experiences. You're right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience. But in your society, where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is a basic tenet of your being, then coming into alignment with money will help you establish a balanced footing that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience.
Is spending money comfortable?
A woman said to us one day, "I always feel uncomfortable when I spend money." She told us that over time she'd managed to save quite a bit of money, but whenever she thought about spending any of it, she would freeze up and feel afraid to go another step further. We said to her, "It is certainly understandable that when you believe that your money is coming to you because of the action that you're offering, and you also believe that you'll not always be able to offer the action, that you would want to hold on to your money and spend it sparingly to make it last. However, that feeling of shortage slows the process of more money flowing into your experience. If you feel uncomfortable with the idea of spending money, then we absolutely do not encourage you to spend the money while you're feeling uncomfortable, because any action taken during negative emotion is never a good idea. But the reason for your discomfort is not about the action of spending the money, but instead it's an indication that your thoughts about money in that moment are not a vibrational match to your own desire. A belief in shortage will never resonate with your broader knowing because there is no shortage. Any attention to lack of something wanted will always produce negative emotion within you because your guidance is letting you know that you've strayed from your broader basic understanding of abundance and of well-being. Find a way to ease your discomfort and eventually transform it into a feeling of hope and then into positive expectation. And then from that stable place of feeling better, that feeling of freezing up will be replaced with confidence and enthusiasm. Whether you're focused upon the shortage of money or seeing yourself as having only so many years to live, and so each day that is expended is one day closer to the end of your years, that feeling of decline is contrary to your broader understanding of the eternal nature of your being. In the same way that you understand that you do not have to attempt the impossible task of drawing enough air into your lungs to last all day or all week or all year, but instead you easily breathe in and out, always receiving what you want or need whenever you want or need it, money can flow in and out of your experience with the same ease once you achieve that expectation of eternal abundance. All of the money that you want is available for you to receive. All you have to do is allow it into your experience. And as the money flows in, you can gently allow it to flow out. For like the air you breathe, there will always be more to flow. You do not have to guard your money, like holding your breath and not letting it out because there will not be any more coming. More is coming. People sometimes protest as they tell their stories of shortage or scarcity, pointing out the reality of the shortage that they have experienced or witnessed or heard about. And we understand that there are plenty of examples to point to of people who are experiencing shortages of many things that they desire. But we want you to understand that those experiences of shortage are not because abundance is not available, but instead because it is being disallowed. Continuing to tell stories of shortage only continues to contradict your desire for abundance, and you cannot have it both ways. You cannot focus on unwanted and receive wanted. You cannot focus upon stories about money that make you feel uncomfortable and allow into your experience what makes you feel comfortable. You have to begin telling a different story if you want different results. We would begin by saying, I want to feel good. I want to feel productive and expansive. My thoughts are the basis for the attraction of all things that I consider to be good, which includes enough money for my comfort and joy, which includes health and wonderful people around me who are stimulating and uplifting and exciting. Begin telling the story of your desire and then add to it the details of the positive aspects that you can find that match those desires. And then embellish your positive expectation by speculating with your good feeling, wouldn't it be nice if examples. Say things like, only good things come to me. While I don't have all of the answers, and while I don't know all of the steps, and I can't identify all of the doors that will open for me, I know that as I move through time and space, the path will become obvious to me. I know I will be able to figure it out as I go along. Every time you tell your better feeling story, you will feel better, and the details of your life will improve. The better it gets, the better it gets.
How to change my point of attraction.
Sometimes people worry that they've been telling the story of what they do not want for such a long time that they now do not have time left in their life to make up for all those years of focusing upon the shortage of money. They have no cause for worry. Although it is true that you cannot go backward and undo all of that negative thinking, there is no reason to do that even if you could, because all of your power is in your now. As you find a better feeling thought right now, your point of attraction shifts now. The only reason that it may seem like negative thinking that you picked up many years ago is having an impact on your life now is because you have been continuing the negative train of thought or beliefs through all of those years. A belief is only a thought you continue to think. A belief is nothing more than a chronic pattern of thought, and you have the ability, if you try a little bit, to begin a new pattern, to tell a new story, to achieve a different vibration, to change your point of attraction. Just a simple act of noticing how many things you could purchase in this one day with $100 you're carrying with you would dramatically alter your financial point of attraction. That one simple process is enough to tip the balance of your vibrational scale, enough to show you actual tangible results in your attraction of money. Mentally spend your money and imagine an improved lifestyle. Deliberately conjure a feeling of freedom by imagining what it would feel like to have a large amount of money at your disposal. You see, the law of attraction is responding to your vibration, not to the reality you are currently living. But if your vibration continues to be only about the reality you are living, nothing can change. You can easily change your point of attraction by visualizing the lifestyle you desire and holding your attention upon those images until you begin to feel relief, which is an indicator that a true vibrational shift has occurred.
My standards are mine to set.
Sometimes, from an awareness of shortage of money, you think that you want everything that you see. A sort of uncontrollable craving rises within you, which tortures you when you do not have the money to spend, or causes even more distress when you give in to the cravings and spend money you do not have, going deeper into debt. But that craving to spend money under those conditions is really a false signal, for it's not coming from a real desire to have those things. Buying one more thing and bringing it home will not satisfy that craving, for what you're really feeling is a void that can only be filled by coming into vibrational alignment with who you really are. You are currently feeling insecure, when who you really are is someone who is absolutely secure. You are currently feeling inadequate, when who you really are is someone who is adequate. You're feeling lack, when who you really are is someone who is abundant. It is a vibrational shift that you are craving, not the ability to purchase something. Once you are able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that is your desire, and you will very likely spend large amounts of money on things that you desire. But your purchases will feel very different to you then. You will not feel a need or a void that you are attempting to fill with that purchase, but instead you will feel a satisfying interest in something which will easily make its way into your experience, and every part of the process, from the inception of the idea to the full-blown manifestation of it in your experience, will bring you a feeling of satisfaction and joy. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about what you should do with it, for you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow the things that life has helped you to know that you want to flow into your experience.